Look here what happened. Steve Parker's going to come to watch as he backs in the fence. Overturns completely in the air, comes down on all four.
Look like those guys at the X Games, the way they do those skates. Wow.
Man, oh man.
That was what they would call those
thing to say.
Another look. You can see Park way up high, but the 40 car moves up there into that groove and squeezes him out. Boy, that was close for some other drivers there too. Look at Mark Martin.
LaJoy had the right saying twice.
LaJoy had to see that whole thing.
Almost got it from the front and then again from the rear, and Mark Martin
starts. He's already sideways, backs into the wall pretty hard, Michael.
Yeah, and there wasn't anyone around him, so it makes you wonder if maybe he had a braking problem getting into the corner.
He just got loose. He was on the outside there, and car just broke loose on him.
He and Todd Bodine might have made contact just before they got in.
Free pass. See right here, there's what the 31 got loose right in front of Todd Bodine in the 34.
He gets loose, Hank, even really before he gets down in the corner.
That's exactly right. I mean, as soon as he started to pull on that wheel, it looks like that thing just snapped around hard on him.
Get down under somebody, and we've seen it time and time again. It pulls that inside car around. Skinner was trying to squeeze through Park in the wall there, and he didn't quite make it.
Looked like Ward Burton got some front end damage.
Looked like Dale Jarrett may have gotten
Steve Park come into the picture. There's Bobby Labonte up on the racetrack. And there's Steve Park coming in there hard, right around him and hard into the outside wall.
Wow. The start-finish line, it only took 5 miles.
That's Steve Park.
Steve Park gets spun around. Back up into the wall he goes.
Wow, that was a tough blow. Hope Steve's okay.
Mike Bliss, the 16 truck. Express Motorsports, you see some fire under the hood.
That should extinguish itself, Phil, and you can see Steve is going to be okay. Both of the guys.
They didn't collect 10 or 12 cars.
Those tires all look up.
Number 31 is the 26-year-old out of Northport, New York, in trouble.
Oh, no.
Park all by himself, hammers the wall.
Just come around him.
Yeah, he did. Getting in the corner. Steve Park trying to catch up with Jeff Green.
Todd Bodine in the 66. Up, make a little contact. Hornaday gets a little bit loose. And bam.
Just barely.
Clips
enough.
Steve Park. Around Steve goes. Here comes Bobby Labonte, nowhere to go. Just that quickly. Wadded up 3 good trucks.
And Steve Park in the 62 was absolutely just a victim. He had a fast truck. He was much faster than anyone here he was racing with.
Just a few more inches and he'd have been all right.
Calm on the radio, surprisingly calm. When asked what happened, he said, well, he
Rusty. Big
crash in the racetrack.
Huge on the back.
Rusty Wallace
Point
crashes.
leader. Point leader.
Nobody get left back. All this started.
Here's what happened just up behind him.
Yeah, it looks like the 4 car got sideways and the 3 car tried to miss him. 88 gets into the 4 car and there's nowhere to go. I'm not sure what caused all that. It looked like the 4 car got loose first.
So they waved.
Mark backstretch. Remember, Ron Hornaday has been on this racetrack
already. Steve Park. Brandon Witt caught up in that as well.
The 12 of Robert Huffman. Yeah, something definitely broke on that car. Hard to tell from that angle, but the car shoots up the racetrack like that. I think we would see some sparks there before he hit the wall.
Go on board, Ken.
And hit him again.
Looks like right here that
Derek Cope in the 94 car gets in the back of Steve, maybe?
Yep. Don't take much, does it? Somebody in the front of that group jabbed the brakes or something, and the whole chain reaction just kind of kept creeping backwards until finally these two guys ran over each other. Let's take one more look at it.
These guys are getting too aggressive, Phil, with this bump grafting. They're going to turn somebody into the wall, and that's exactly what happened.
Hard.
Oh, no! We have a problem. And it's the crash that we had hoped would not happen. And look at the mess right here at the start-finish line. Too numerous to count. I mean, there's just no...
Is that Dan Partis?
Looks like
no, Park just spun. He just lost it.
Either something obviously had to break on that car, or something for the car to turn left that hard. He didn't just lose it.
Bill Lester's going to got a little help getting turned around there. He wasn't quite able to keep it on the bottom of the race. Look, they're 3-4 wide there. Carl tried to avoid him, and 2 trucks had nowhere to go. The 31 of Joe Armindia, it looked like Chase Montgomery in the 8 truck, had nowhere to go, ran into the side of him. There's Steve there. That's the 78 of Charlie Bradbury. Turn around, and Steve, again, nowhere to go, a victim of circumstances.
At turn 7. There's Elliott Sadler hits Kyle Petty. Kyle spins around, grabs himself a gear, tries to get going again. Oh boy.
You know, it's almost as if Kyle he's going to go around.
And actually, Jay, the 01 car, was still on the lead lap. Tim Sauter in the 36 was a couple of laps down.
This is, brother, where art thou?
2 weeks in a row.
Well, he surely does. Whoa, Steve Park in trouble. Crashed. Oh. Steve Park slams the wall and comes down into the tri-oval area right under.
On board with Steve Park now.
Oh, same thing that happened to Kenny Irwin.
And he banged the wall pretty good with the left side of the car.
Well, there's Dale Jarrett right there. As they head off in the corner, he goes down on the flat part of the racetrack.
He might have had a little bit of a bump from the 28 car, his teammate, as they went in there.
At 190 miles an hour, it's almost impossible for the brakes to slow the car to miss the incident. You steer for the hole and hope it's still there when you get there.
Boy, that track closed up in a hurry. When one car spun, as close as they were running together, they had to.
Now here's what happened at the other end.
Kenny Schrader.
Oh, yeah. Schrader shoves him out of the way.
Oh,
and there with Skinner coming up. That's what happened.
Yep.
So
Steve Park was in the throttle just as hard as.
Coming off of turn 2, where we've said that it's the wind. Somebody got into the back of that car right there.
That's Ward Burton right there.
You saw a puff of tire smoke, and then everything let
I think that's what started. Somebody got it back of Ward Burton off turn 2.
I'm pretty sure the 4 car got into the back of Ward Burton, turned him into the 20 car, and God help all of them because there's no place to go, and you can't see.
Corner on the inside of Sterling Marlin. Looks like the car just got loose and he's got no place to go but in the wall. Unfortunately, Ricky Rutz barely squeezes by. And Alan, you talked about it, all that debris coming off the car as he comes off that wall. There comes a bar down, dragging across the racetrack, and all those cars behind him. Mark Martin was one of those cars right behind Steve Martin.
Newman Park already sliding back, and he and Newman just get together, and oh gosh, they get together big time.
Park had already slid back to the 5th position.
Yeah.
Looked like his car was just moving up the racetrack and was not turning that on probably low air pressure on his tires.
There were such high expectations for Steve Park.
My rookie year, punctured a tire, sent the car hard into the wall. And I ended up with a broken leg, fracture.
Here we come, and the 11 car just gets loose over the tunnel turn. There happens a lot. Stays in the throttle, smoke in the rear tire, spinning around, and of course every time he goes around, he's just making more smoke and blocking the racetrack.
And Darrell, that's such a fast corner. You're carrying so much speed.
There he is back there all by himself. Just got it in there. He got it into turn 1 a little too hot.
Car just came around with him.
We saw that.
Oh, payback! Joe Nemechek.
This is big. This is a huge wreck.
Oh, in comes Park. In comes Stewart. In comes Gordon. A major accident. The final segment of the Winston.
Whoa, there you go. There you go. This is it, guys. Jarrett, Nemechek, Jeff Burton, Mike Skinner.
It's
one
over.
Car hard up into the wall, joined by another.
And they just keep wrecking.
And the hits keep on coming.
And the big hit was Joe Nemechek. Brett Bodine on fire.
Behind,
Todd Bodine there.
Todd Bodine. I thought maybe he had to back off the throttle because of Todd Bodine, but that replay did not show that.
Well, he scrubbed off a lot of speed and still hit hard.
Uh-oh, Kyle caught up. The field accordion's back.
Whoa, man.
Trouble. Stewart in the wall.
Here we go. Here we go.
Robbie Gordonson at the 33. Harvick is around.
Here we go, guys.
The big one.
It's just a matter of time.
At least 20 cars.
At least.
Pulls them around the 2.5. Oh, trouble! Off turn 4. Darrell Waltrip is involved in it. The 59 goes sliding. Mark Gibson. Dave Marcus, rookie Steve Park, Ricky Rudd, and Ricky Craven.
This is just amazing how violent this crash looks. There again, it's a credit to the cars on how much protection there is around these cars right now.
Mark on the top, and they funnel
yeah,
out of turn 2.
Newman just slides up into the 1 car. Now this is all happening right in front of Mark. You'll see some cars go by on the outside of these 2 guys. But Mark
just could not get stopped.
I guess he was in a box.
Larry, let's look at him now. Yellow and black
There's
car.
the little
Wiggles, gets up towards Bobby Labonte there. Spins around. Now he's at the mercy of the court. Hard with the left side and across. You see the flaps on the roof there, keeping it from getting off the ground. Everybody behind him did a great job of dodging here.
Yep, Brett Bodine just snuck by. Darrell Waltrip virtually stopped on the racetrack in order to avoid that incident.
Take a look. Yep, something broke or blew up on John's car. Obviously looked like he probably dropped the oil. And then they all came barreling in. And the mess was on. 29 there, Harvick.
We can see here. He had nowhere to go, and he just took a shot.
Again.
Yeah.
And again. And again. And again.
At Richmond and is sitting out until Dover.
Back there all by himself, Larry, right in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Boy, that 4 car was lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, trouble.
Trouble. Ernie Irvin, Steve Park in front of Michael Waltrip, who takes out Sterling Marlin. Being hit by others, Mike Skinner spins. Earnhardt. Here comes Bobby Labonte with a hard hit on Skinner.